If you are looking for something new and different for the upcoming Compliance Week celebration in November, check out The Compliance Kids. It's my 3-book children's series on compliance and compliance professionals for children. But they make great gifts and great training tools for your employees. You can check it out on Amazon.com. We've linked to it in the show notes. The Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
If you're a compliance officer, middle managers are crucial in getting your programs from you to your frontline employees. But how do we activate those managers and get them on our side? Ethico's new Middle Manager Toolkit equips you with the skills needed to empower your managers, to promote a culture where ethical behavior thrives and employees feel empowered to speak up. Learn how to turn frontline managers into ethical leaders with our new white paper, Empowering Middle Managers as Ethics Champions. And did I mention you can get the whole toolkit for free? Head to ethico.com to download the full toolkit today.
Today, we're going to take a look at political contributions. The FCPA states that the anti-bribery provisions apply to corrupt payments to any foreign official, any foreign political party or official thereof, any candidate for foreign political office, and any party that can fall within any of these three categories. So, political candidates, whether they are elected officials or not, are covered by the FCPA. Government policies obviously affect the commercial environment. A company subject to legislation and regulation that affects how it conducts business and generates value generally can participate in the political process. So what are some of the factors which influence which candidates might merit political donations? Candidates' key support for your business or public policy priorities, candidate's voting record, leadership positions, a candidate's commitment to the overall growth. And where companies get into trouble is your company should prohibit politically exposed persons from exerting pressure or undue influence over your employees, agents, and consultants and representatives to make personal political contributions. Your policy should prohibit your company's use of resources or assets, including work time, to support candidates or campaigns personally. In the course of employment, politically exposed persons should be prohibited from engaging in activity on a company's behalf that is intended to influence legislation, rulemaking, or government policy, or engage lobbyists or others to do so without pre-authorization of the corporate compliance function. Political contributions should not be used to disguise a payment that is prohibited by a company's anti-corruption policy or procedures. If your company's policies prohibit the payment in another form, it should be not made under the guise of a political contribution. Employees should utilize, nor should you utilize third parties to do so. So, what are some of the key takeaways for the compliance professional around political contributions? Well, obviously, political candidates are covered by the FCPA, and this is something you need to be cognizant of. 2, what's the business purpose for your contribution? And 3, do not make contributions directly to employees who can award you business. So if it's a decision-making person, if you make a donation to them, it's going to look like you have purchased something to get something of value, and that's something that will give you FCPA scrutiny. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily, and frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The compliance tip of the day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network. Finally, this podcast contains promotional materials.